What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us. For the returning subscribers, good to see you again. If you are new here, you know what to do. Consider hitting the like and subscribe on my channel here where we talk only sneakers. And today we are talking about one of my favorite retro Nike sneakers. And when I say retro, I mean retro. These put the old in OG because they are a model that dates way back past pretty much all of our times here, whether you are a veteran old guy like me or a young gun. These are the Nike Killshot OGs in the Gorge Green colorway, and when I saw these, I immediately knew I had to have them because unfortunately the last pair of Killshots I bought, which have been my first pair I've owned in a long time, just didn't fit right. So I decided to get these in a different size, and we're gonna get into everything, including the fit, right after we take a closer look. All right, guys, welcome back. Now that you've seen a closer look of these beautiful retro sneakers right here, let's start off with the aesthetics. As you can see, you don't even really have to know that these are an old Nike model to see the retro vintage vibes going on here. You've got this kind of lower swooping swoosh. It's got this kind of retro look to it. You've got the unfinished top of the tongue here, which is a bit of associated with off-white now, that deconstructed tongue, but this is a hallmark of a vintage Nike sneaker. And then, you know, just the shape. You know, they just don't make sneakers shaped like this anymore unless it's an older pair. I mean, the closest thing in silhouette I can think off the top of my head is like a Samba. Adidas Samba still kind of looks like this, but this here is the Nike Killshot. This is the OG. It's replicated to be just like the vintage model, which means that these are a lot thinner. So we're going to talk about sizing now. My true size in most Nike sneakers is a 12. Sometimes I gotta do a 12 and a half. I rarely, if ever, basically never have to go back to like an 11 and a half. It's usually 12 and a half at best. But with the 12, these were just way too narrow. And you know, my toe was pretty much at the edge there, which wasn't bad, but they were just way too narrow. So I decided when these dropped, I absolutely love the colorway. So let's go for a 13. I want a full size up. And this seems to have done the trick. They feel great. They don't feel too narrow. They feel very comfortable with my foot standing up. And my toes are about here. There's room, but not like too much room where it feels ridiculous. My foot isn't sliding around. It's actually very comfortable, which is exactly what I would want these for. This is an everyday wearing out type of sneaker. And let's talk about the looks here, because this is definitely one of my favorite colorways in the Killshots that have dropped in a minute. Now, this is the Gorge Green colorway, and you can see here on the swoosh along the back of the heel here. And it's kind of like a forest green, but a little bit lighter shade than that. Maybe like an evergreen type of green. I don't know how you would really describe it. I would just say a little bit lighter than forest green is what I see looking at this shade here. And then you've got the sail on the upper. And I do like how the sail is then juxtaposed by a crispier bright white midsole, as well as some of this suede here. And that really makes the sail pop a little bit more and almost gives it like a yellowish hue, which can be a little off-putting, but it all just kind of works. And even the suede that wraps around as the mudguard, around the laces, on the back here, this is almost like a gray type of suede. When you look at it against the midsole, which is a bright white, and you can see a little bit of gray in there as well. So aside from this just being called the Gorge Green colorway, there's a lot more color actually happening with this sneaker. That type of depth is what really drew me to it, because it's a simple silhouette and it's a very straightforward looking sneaker, but then there's just these little variations in all this shades of white here that give this sneaker a little more going on than, you know, you might think at first just by looking at it. One of the other things I really like about the Killshots and what Nike is doing with them is it looks like it's probably a synthetic leather or just a very cheap leather, but you can see down in here along the heel cup and almost up to, you know, probably about midfoot, or maybe at the front of where your heel begins, I should say. It is wrapped with this fake leather or green leather on the interior here, and that makes this shoe very comfortable to wear without socks. So this is pretty much a very breathable, lightweight sneaker that's spring-ish, summer, maybe beginning of fall as far as usability. Definitely not a sneaker you're wearing in the colder months. And so in some cases, one might opt to not wear socks with these shoes. I'm typically a socks at all times type of guy, but the option is nice to have, knowing that my heel isn't gonna get chewed up by any rough material on the interior here. And one of the best parts about this sneaker is that it's 80 bucks. I mean, $80, $90 is where you get this bad boy at retail. So there's very few sneakers that are sub $100 today that are dope. And I say that acknowledging the dunks. Dunks exist apparently for $100. I wouldn't know because I keep striking out on them. But yeah, apparently dunks are out there for $100 at retail. But for those of us, the rest of us, that can't get those dunks for that price, Killshots at an $80 to $90 retail price point is fantastic for an everyday dope sneaker that you can pair with like pants, shorts, whatever, joggers, it doesn't matter. These things go with just about anything and almost any fit. And that does it for me, guys, on this video of the Killshot OGs in the Gorge Green with a little bit of sail. I mean, a little bit of everything dope and vintage here. One of my favorite retro sneaker silhouettes from Nike, and that green that they've added just makes it better. So if you enjoyed these sneakers or you are currently enjoying these sneakers, drop a comment down below letting me know what you think. And please, if you're new here, consider giving a like and a subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I didn't think we could get to 1,000, and we did. So now we're adding a 0. We're trying to get to 10,000. I appreciate all your subscriptionage. I appreciate you guys' comments. I respond to all the comments down below. Unless you're talking crazy, I might just heart it. But I love to engage with you guys. Talk sneakers in the comments, talk sneakers in the videos. Let me know what you think about these. Let me know what you want to see me review next or get my hands on. Any questions you guys have, feel free to drop them down below. And I hope you have a good day, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one.